welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos on a motovlog, but yeah, I'm out. I don't know if you can see her back there, but I'm out for a ride with my daughter, and I thought it'd be a good time to talk about insurance. Yes, my favorite four-letter word. I did a video on the insurance for the Harley. I thought I would do a little update on the one for the SCRAM 411. It's not going to be an apples to apples or oranges to oranges comparison, but it'll be kind of similar to show you how expensive it is to have for a Harley Davidson, and why doing a smaller bike is a lot better for insurance purposes, and why I my original video about Harley Softail and why it's not a beginner's bike. So to start off, one of the knocks I have on me right now, I do have my full M license, so it's the whole license for Ontario. As everyone knows, I've talked about lots before. You have your M1, M2, and then you get your full M license. So my daughter right now has her M2. She's only done the two courses. She's allowed to ride completely on her own, which she hasn't yet, and I'll get to that a little bit. The only restriction she has on her is 0% alcohol, and for whatever reason she can't ride two up on a scooter. She can ride two up on her motorcycle, but not on her scooter. But anyways, let's get into the topic at hand of insurance. Now, when we purchased the Royal Enfield, we just did the insurance just for myself, because my daughter was not going to be allowed to ride it. It's for her to start riding. Yeah, so when we got it, we only did just insurance, and I wanted to actually see what the insurance difference would be between that and this. Now, I can't do it as a comparison for myself from day one of me getting my license, obviously, because I don't have, I guess I could have called and figured that out, but anyways, so currently right now on the Harley for insurance, it's just over $1,400 a year, which it's come down drastically. It was $1,967, I want to say, was the first year I had insurance on this, when I had my M2. M1 was non-existent. There was no way I was getting insurance for it. So it was $1,900 for it. Sorry, I had to open my my visor because it's a hot day here in Southern Ontario. But yeah, it was $1,967, I believe. The insurance was the first year for the Harley Davidson. Last year it went to about 16 something, and then I got my full M license this year, and it's just over $1,400 for the year. Now, really the only knock on me that I have on my for my insurance right now is the fact that I haven't had insurance for 3 consecutive years. So once you have it for 3 consecutive years, there is another price downgrade. So it will be a less expensive next year, and that being the big knock on me is that, because there are still insurance companies that won't even look at you. It still won't look at me because I haven't had it 3 years consecutive. Now, technically I have as of now, but because I don't have anything with them, it's an annual fee, so I still have to wait until my next renewal to be considered 3 years, because my renewal was, I want to say, was in April or May, and that's when my insurance started, so I haven't had it consecutively. But anyways, so yeah, like I said, it's about just over $1,400 now, So when we got the Royal Enfield called to get insurance, now insurance on that for myself, just me, it was $622 for the year. So you can well imagine how much cheaper it is when I'm paying over like $1,400 over, yeah, about just over $1,400 for this right now, and with that $622. Now again, this motor here is 4 times bigger than that, and the price isn't 4 times higher, but it is a lot cheaper having insurance on the Royal Enfield with a 400 motor than it is with the 1750 cc motor. It's also the cost of the bike is a lot more. This is almost double the price of what we paid for that. So they take that into consideration as well. So you can see that the insurance is a lot cheaper there. Now, having said that, going with my daughter, so we have recently added her on because, as you can see, she's allowed to drive it now. I might do a future video because she's only allowed to come with me right now. I haven't let her venture off by herself yet. We've gone out for quite a few rides together. She's an excellent driver, by the way, or excellent rider. For a newbie, she does really well. She's very confident. Yeah, she's doing really well. But yeah, so we added her onto it. Now it was prorated, but the total cost to have her added on with me, where she's not the primary rider, we're, I guess, the shared rider, was an extra $1,000. So for the two of us, $1,600, just over $1,600 for the two of us on that bike. Now she is only 16 years old, so that plays into it as well. I didn't do a comparison on other insurers, but that would be for the two of us, just over $1,600 for that bike. Her being a brand new rider with her M2, she just got her M2 in, I want to say May. It was just after Mother's Day. So you can see how much better the insurance is for us for that. Now, having said that, I did look at, we have a website, Riders Plus, to look up insurance quotes. Now, for myself, when I looked up insurance for this originally, I couldn't find anything under $2,000. I went with Desjardins. They were the only company that actually I can get this under $2,000 a year for insurance. For the Riders Plus, because I forgot to look it up before my ride, but this is what I could get that bike for, and I got it for $622 on with Desjardins. So Riders Plus, the cheapest was this. I want to say it was $800, but the price will be on the screen. And with Desjardins, it was $622. Now, when I tried to add a rider to the quote online for Riders Plus, it wouldn't give it to me. It said call this number because they can't help me. I'm sure they could help me if I called it and talked to a broker, but the website would not spit out a quote for me with her as a secondary rider. No issue when I called Desjardins. They just added her on, extra $1,000. Boom, she's insured. So I don't know if she would be able to get insurance through someone else, because Riders Plus, I tried to do it just her on it, and they weren't giving me a quote either. They said I had to call. So yeah, there you go with insurance. Again, that's another reason you would want to go for a smaller displacement bike. The insurance cost, especially right up front, it's going to be a lot less. I know there's like the value of the bike also plays into it, but the smaller CC is huge on your insurance. Because just looking at it just for myself, as of right now, over $1,400, and that $622 just for myself. The two of us are insured under that for a couple $100 more a year than it is just for the Harley, just on myself, because she's not allowed to touch this bike. But yeah, I know we're in some of you in the States, you can disregard this because I know your insurance is a lot better than ours, but here I know Ontario has high insurance rates anyways. But yeah, another reason to go with a smaller bike as your first bike. But anyways, until next time, later.